my reflection for the fourth phase, which is the experimentation phase of the design thinking process. So the feedback that we got from our colleagues was very positive. It was useful, and it gave us an idea of whether our message was being conveyed correctly, and it also gave us some constructive feedback on things that we needed to work on. It also allowed us to see what things were missing and to further explore things that we would want to add to our prototype website. This week, as far as contributions, I helped create a prototype. I supported with technical problems within our group. I helped with communication amongst our group members, and I also helped to generate ideas through the Google Doc, the shared Google Doc. And we color coded to make sure we showed the different areas where we all supported in the ideas we gave. And I also helped to capture the feedback on the Google Doc. So some of the side feedback, the comments that I made on the side were actually um, collaborative comments because we all came up with that feedback together. And as you can see, my color is green. Those are the things that I came up with throughout this experimentation phase. As far as challenges for this phase, there was really not many, and I think the reason behind that is because we kind of already had an idea of what we wanted to do, and at this point, it's just basically feedback, which is always important to go back and kind of edit. And the way that I can relate this is to an essay where you have somebody else look at it and give you some feedback to what you might need or points that you might be missing or even just grammatical technical errors. And I feel the feedback that we got does that, and it allows you to go back and pretty much perfect what you're trying to do. So as far as doing something differently to better the process, I think we worked really well. Just time is one of the things that I can think of. Trying to make sure we schedule that time to truly get that feedback and allow more time to make sure that we get a lot more feedback from more people to get a better idea of what the things that we need to do. So I think just time and allowing more time to get feedback from multiple end users. In terms of how to implement with the end users, I think it would be easier to get specific feedback on what they would want and what they wouldn't want. So overall, like target the areas that need to be improved and find ways to improve them so that the end users' needs are better met. Um, and I would also have to consider timelines and useful ways to gather feedback. Um, as far as being able to get them to give us the feedback, I would increase the amount of wait time and just allow us to sort those the time frame of how much we're gonna wait for us to get that feedback, and again figuring out ways to implement it so it'll be faster to fix the prototype or our website. So how can the idea of collaboration in the 21st century add to the design thinking process? Well, collaboration is is a way for two different people with perhaps different experiences and different viewpoints to come together. And in the case of this digital design thinking process, it allows two people from different views to come together, bring their perspective, bring their lens, and design something that would help a lot of people. And by having two different lenses coming together, this allows for a better end product. So ultimately, the 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 collaboration between these two people will make sure that better meet the needs of all of the end users that they have in mind, and at the same time bring different perspectives and allow these different things to be applicable in multiple areas. And I'm thinking, if somebody from perhaps the United States and someone in Latin America or Europe or Asia or Africa or any of the areas, you have a group of all these people collaborating to create a common solution using the design thinking process. I think the idea of bringing those different perspectives together to collaborate and essentially create something that will make it easier for the end, not easier, but essentially create a product that would allow that would really purposefully serve the end user. So the collaborating piece is essential in our connected world, because now the communication lines have really made it easier for us to collaborate with people. And the way that I can give you an example is how we collaborate as a group right here. We live in the same area, but we can't be at the same place at the same time physically. But we're able to come together virtually and collaborate and go through the design thinking process and still make it useful. Because even though we weren't together physically, we collaborated digitally, and it allowed us to just really expand on ideas regardless of us not being physically in the same place. Though face to face collaboration is ideal, the fact that we have multiple ways to do it, I think it doesn't. It just it's completely and most it's essentially it's completely doable. So that's my reflection. Thank you.